Well, I think this microphone is a guaranteed cure for chronic constipation. Right, we're all about empowerment here, you know, so I'm going to empower you straight away. So I'll give you the choice of, you know, which accent I speak, and I can speak in my Australian accent or my Scottish one. So, like, who wants the Scottish one? Who wants the Australian one? Scottish one. Okay, right, we'll do the Scottish one. Can we go back? Anyway. The last one was the primordial slime. You know, I mean, when we're talking about revitalisation, it's like, you know, are we not vital enough? You know, I mean, have we lost some sort of juice somewhere along the line? Anyway, so like we all emerged out. It's like, Jesus Christ, I've gone quick. Anyway, you know, so we all need a place to shelter, you know, and you know, as we got aspirational, we got the axes out, you know, and we looked for a cave. This is my first love, Raquel Welsh, a million years BC. Yeah. I'm still a bit stuck on it, I must admit. Anyway, so we got the axes out and we got pretty groovy, and, you know, I mean, this is actually an incredibly beautiful building. You know, and it's lovely and cool, and it's, you know, it's sustainable, and you know, I mean, this was a great time. You know, I mean, people talk about people living in caves. The caves are pretty good, and the caves got better and better and better, and you know we just started breeding, you know, and we did really, really well, and the whole family got involved, you know, and we just made them bigger and bigger and bigger. And this is the Tower of Babel in Babylon, you know, got a soft spot for the Tower of Babel. And then we all fell out with the neighbours, you know, and it's like the fall of Babylon, you know. Yeah, my God, no more Babylon. Yeah, anyway, you know, so we kept on doing it, you know, year in, year out, we'd build all this beautiful stuff, and then we'd, you know, all fall out and we'd bomb it. And this is the town that I come from after World War. This is World War I and World War II. This is World War II. And, you know, this is what people woke up to in the morning. And they woke up to this, you know, quite a lot, you know, so it's like, you know, time to get our shit together. It's freezing out there, you know. So what have we got? You know, it's like, we've got, you know, along the way we created all this pollution. You know, we've not got any money, we've not got any resources, but pollution's a fantastic resource for people that don't have any money, you know. So, in all sorts of situations around the world where when you have disasters, be they natural, this is Haiti. And there's a group of people called the Earthship Movement, led by a guy called Mike Reynolds. And this whole thing about recycling what you have around you to make things absolutely beautiful, this is in contrast to the buildings that were provided by the UNHCR. And, you know, when you do, you know, you can really go to town with recycling, you know, and, yeah, you know, it's like there's no end to how fantastic you can be when you let people, you know, do their own thing. All creatures have got the ability to build their own nest, and for some particular reason that we just give it up to architects, you know, when it's a fundamental right. This is Hunderwasser's building, and this is actually called Hunderwasser building in Vienna. And somehow Hunderwasser managed to persuade the council to give him a building and do this with it, you know. And like all the community people, they all got these funky buildings, you know. This is a larger scale Hunderwasser building. And it's like you give the power to the people, you know, and man, they are creative. You know, just cut them loose. You know, remove a few rules, wee bit of creative anarchy, and look what you get, you know. Yeah, it beats living in Buragoon. And it's even, you know, it's even getting to Melbourne, you know. It's a bit more tricky, you know. You've got to be a bit more hip, and you've got to have 15 degrees before they start listening to you. But there's a few anarchists managing to get into the system, and Melbourne's got some fantastic examples of, you know, this. And the thing is, like, we get so many possibilities. This is South Fremantle Power Station, which I think is like the most magnificent building ever. It's like a natural cathedral, you know. I reckon there's probably already like $80 million worth of infrastructure there. And if we had a bit of vision, just imagine what you could do with that building. Arts centre, rock venue, you know, housing co-op. Anyway, on a local scale, this is our scabby old building here. So we've got very limited resources, and this is when it used to be the old Raffles Paints factory. And it was completely derelict when we moved in, so it was only me and the rats that were living here. And there was a couple of guys from the halfway house used to come over and visit, you know, and had a couple of gypsies sleeping underneath. And this is the way it's looking now, you know, so it's still a bit of a pig, to be quite honest, but you either love it or you hate it, you know, so some people seem to like it, you know, so it's, yeah, we got something happening, you know. And it's not just about the outside, it's like what's happening within. It's about, you know, we create a shell, you know, I mean, I think my job is just to create the shell, and a wee bit like, you know, other creatures come in and make use of that shell. It's like the idea of being amorphous and nebulous, you know, and it's like what you do is you don't hold on to it yourself, you just let other people use it, and they'll take it onto places where you could never dream of. This is the Urban Art Paint Jam, because we're not only doing that with this building, this is about the whole area. So this is Lady B organised the paint jam round the Wood Street when we did sculptures on the street for the Frio Festival a couple of years ago. So we really want to get this whole area up and cranking. You know, get some sort of sister city thing. This is a possibility for the future. Like I showed you the first image of algae. Well, this is a building that actually uses algae to produce fuel, you know. It's like, it's just an imaginary one, it's pretty ugly. And, but, you know, it's sort of like, it's a bit sad because it doesn't really do much for community. A lot of this futuristic stuff's a bit sad. And I don't know who this guy is sitting on this bench, you know, but he seems to get in everywhere. But, you know, what's really nice is like, you know, when I first came to Fremantle and I used to try and talk to the guys at council, you know, it's like, I used to feel as if I'd crawled from underneath a stone, you know. And you go in there and they've got these really sort of super straight people working in council, and suddenly we've got some guys in there you can actually talk to. It's fantastic. Okay, right, I think that's it. Buenas noches.